As I stopped in the other one, there he comes. After they left and went to work that morning. After I got in the bed with my mama that Sunday night, that Monday morning, it was time for me to go to school. All right. They went to work after I asked my mama, can I go with y'all? Because John be missing me. That's why I left off it. Now, all right, so as you know, he asked me that night, he asked me for something like I'm his woman. Like that shit is lame to me. Like, oh, I just hate to even think about it. Telling this story really my emotions. I'm just trying to just really just get it done. Cause like one thing about it, two things for sure, I'm a strong black woman. A queen at that. Don't get it twisted. Okay, so um after I ran in there that night, that'll be it was just I'm backtracking. That means stop backtracking. Okay, so go forward. When they went to work, of course, he wanted some that night. I ran out the room, but that morning he made sure he graped me. Okay, this stuff right here happened pretty good amount of times. Until I want to say I was probably 6 or 7. I'm not sure when it stopped it, cause I after the first time and the second time, I really kind of dawned myself out of life when this man was doing this to me. I was thinking I was somewhere else. I never wanted to be in that presence of mind frame at that time. I was just with my mind would just go somewhere else. So that's when they be saying about people be schizophrenic and got split personalities. That's one of them because if you going through a tragedy, some people like to take their mind somewhere else, and I don't think personally, I would have made it through none of that if I didn't really just take my mind and to somewhere else so this man can get through doing what he doing because at that time I started hating him. I did. I started hating him. It wasn't nothing in this world that I could do because I'm still a little child. After I done told them what he did to me, nobody never said nothing or did nothing. So I'm thinking that I guess I'm thinking it's okay, because nobody never told me that wasn't right. Remind you, I never told nobody. I never said nothing to them at school. Even when I got on the bus crying that morning when he asked me what was wrong with me, I never told him. And like if a grown up had took the time out to tell me that if something like that happened that you need to tell somebody, then I would have knew. But nobody never told me. Okay. So I'm gonna go fast forward a little because I really, really hate talking about the great part. But I just really want people to know what was going on in the house. And that's why I really decided to bring this story like this because I remember that Nazaria Harris story that Toot Reacts was covering. And it is just that the family situation and what the family was doing and hiding stuff, it reminded me of me because they know what was going on in the home. They still allowed it. And then, like I said, this girl being missing and still missing to this day. They still never found her body and all of that. And like, but see, as I told you, if you think, like I said, back in the day, people didn't play that talking out your house type stuff. So that just let you know that they allowed the things that were going on in the house. They allowed it. They knew. So, all right. All right. So then, like I said, I don't want to talk too much on that right there because, like I said, I don't want to start no crying on that. At this point in time, it's like for me still a healing process because I had to get older to get my own self help. Nobody never ever took me and tried to give me help. Really never ever even confronted this man about even touching me. You know what I mean? And I growed up hating him, hating him. Hate, when I say hate is off the word, but I did. So we're gonna fast forward until when we moved again. We moved again. I was round about, I wanna say, let me see, probably 9, 10. I'm not for sure on the age gaps, but I know I was still young. But by that time, my brothers, I had about 2 or 3 more brothers that done made it. Um, My other brother was born in 81. My other brother was born in 85. So we moved in that house, I want to say in the early 80s, mean mid 80s, late 80s, early 90s, something like that. But we moved into another house because, like I said, that house didn't have a bathroom. So then my grandmama got the house that my auntie used to have, and she lost it. She lost it, and then that's when one of my other aunties told my grandmama to try to get it. So my auntie got the house, right? She got my grandmama got the house, and it was a nice house. 3 bedroom, Jim Walter house, 2 bathroom. Then we had running water, girl. We didn't know how to act. Cause remind you, we didn't have a bathroom in the other house. No. So I felt like, okay, now this is the first time we ever lived like this. And the house was nice when we first moved in. Now it was nice. That's when we started going to a behavior school. So I went to behavior school when I was in third grade. So that's what I'm saying. I had to be like 9, 10, something like that. Can't remember. But third or fourth grade, something like that. But I was in there. I kind of think it was third or fourth grade. So okay, at this time when that was going on, okay, so my uncle still was with us, living bomb, you know. Him and my mama was still living with my grandmama. But, as time went by, I noticed that he knew that I was getting a little older, so he knew that he couldn't play them games with me no more. So we moved. We had neighbors. We had a trailer right there and a trailer right there, which they was over there. We was staying, all of us staying close together. But I also, they had kids. They had 2 girls. She had they had 4 girls. It was four. It was 2 girls and 2 boys, right? And the girls was actually my age. One of the ones was one of really my age. So I used to play with them a lot, but her brothers was a lot older than she was. So when I used to go over there and play a lot, I used to go up in their house and play. We used to play and stuff. Then go in the house and play until it's time for me to get ready to go home and go to school. I used to hate going home. I used to hate it. No lie. So one particular night, I was over there playing. Like I told you, she had older brothers. So I'm guessing this is what appeared to me. Well, this is what happened to me. So my uncle walked over there to tell my neighbor to tell me to bring my ass home. And I had told I'll never forget, I had told her, I said, I'm not ready to go home yet. I'm playing. And she was like, get off my porch, John. That girl in there playing, she ain't bothering nobody. Oh, he gets mad. Like I told y'all, this man literally thought he made it seem like I was his girlfriend. And like this is so embarrassing to say because who as a family, you let your son walk out that house to come over and get me talking about bring your fast ass home. Now, I'm a little girl, y'all. Still at this point, even though you did what you did to me, I'm still a little girl. You ruined my life. You did. So, by me over there playing, that bothered him because my friend had older brothers. And remind y'all, these boys wouldn't even looking at us. We was in her room, playing with dolls and stuff. Just about didn't even know they was in the house. But he just assumed that I'm over there doing so. So I just looked at it like this: if you hadn't did what you did to me when I was little 2, 3 years ago, you wouldn't have to do that. But then I stopped back and look like this man literally think that I'm his woman. But what really gonna kill you guys is when I tell you really what happened. All right. So my neighbor got a stick out the house. He was standing on the porch. She got that stick out the house and she said, get off my damn porch. And he wouldn't move. So she hit his ass with that stick. Sure did. Thank God for her. All right. So he went home to tell my grandmama. Y'all cannot believe what this woman did. She literally called the lady house I was in and said, tell me to come home. Y'all, can y'all not imagine the heartbreak that I felt just for her to try to make this motherfucker happy? You made me come home just because he He's so messed up in the head that he think I'm his woman, that he was raping me when I was younger. And he's so messed up in the head to you gonna tell me to come home, man. When I tell you I hated my family even more. I did. Sad, but true. And this ain't allegedly. Allegedly. This is not allegedly. These are true facts. Okay? So I went on, walked on home, whatever. Y'all, I was so heartbroken. Like, man, I'm not gonna ever get out of here. This right here is gonna be going on forever and ever and ever. So that time and that year in where we moved, we was staying up the road from H&R Grocery. So by that time, that's when we moved on Casey Road in Victoria, Mississippi. Yeah, I'll never forget it. So that's when he started doing drugs, my uncle. He had got on drugs. He was drinking, just a mess. So, like I said, I used to hate him. Y'all, y'all just don't know. I'm little. I'm a little girl. Little, couldn't defend myself. Nothing. Nobody listened. So, he done got on crack, drinking, used to come in the house, destroy the house, and I used to sleep on the couch. So when I was sleeping on the couch, you can hear him coming because he be already fussing and cussing. Did my grandmama like she was nothing. But y'all wouldn't protect me, but y'all covering for this. So when he used to get drunk, come in late nights, I can remember sleeping on the couch. I can hear him coming on the porch, and he would be so drunk when he come in the house. I would literally be shaking in my sleep, just shaking. I could just remember just shaking like, man, here we go. But he didn't touch me no more because, see, I was getting to that age where I started trying to fight back. So by that time, he done ran up on a bunch of crackhead females, and they would be going up in his room getting high. Yeah, getting high, drinking, smoking all up in his room. And that's where, that's where the relief came for me when it came down to me not being sexual assaulted anymore. Because by that time I'm older now, so I'm fighting back. Fuck that. I'm sorry. You not touching me no more. You done ruined my life already. So then he got on crack so bad, y'all. So at this time I remember I done got a little older then. So I'm like finna be 14 or 15. So yeah, he know not to try me now because I'm getting bigger now. I'm like, yeah, what's up? Try that now. Cause I'm ready. I'm already rebelling. I'm already messed up in the head mentally. And you think that you're gonna touch me? No, we're not working. It's not gonna work. Okay. So then I remember vaguely, but I know this occurred. Like I said, I had got so rebellious towards my mom and them because, like I said, nobody never have protected me. Nobody. So I done started hanging on Howard Hill. So now I'm selling drugs. Yeah. I'm selling dope. Yeah. I'm selling this nigga crack. You feel me? Was hoping I got some of them bad drugs to take him on out. But it never happened. But what did happen was when the nigga didn't have no money and I wouldn't credit him no dope, he would always go to my grandmama and tell her, and then she go to holler my knee, go on, give it to him. I'll pay you on check. They never seen my money. You feel me? So now here it goes still. I'm still thinking y'all still never protecting me. I could never be a child. I had to help my grandmama raise my brother and them because my mama left us and left us for a man and stayed gone like 2 years. So I'm a child raising children. So I never was a child. Never. I never experienced being a child. So my mama left us, and one of my brothers used to get a check, a disability check every month because he had asthma real bad. And my mom used to always get his check every month. Go spend it on a nigga, give it to a nigga, whatever. We starving, no food. We couldn't eat till the next day. We get ready to go to school. We eat at school. Go home. We probably don't eat no more till the next morning. That type, yeah. So like I said, I'm setting dope right now. So I really didn't want to be at that house. The house used to bring back so many memories. I never wanted to be at that house. So I always tried to keep my own as I got older or grown because I never wanted to go back to it. And when they burnt it down was the best thing in the world for that house. You know what I mean? So then I was like giving my dope, never get paid for it. So mind you, I'm already getting this dope from the dope man. Niggas fuck with me. I really didn't deal with females back in the day. I used to hang with niggas. That's it. Wasn't fucking or nothing. And I wasn't doing nothing because I was scared of boys. I was scared of boys because of what my uncle had did to me. I didn't start having sex till I was like 20, 21. I was scared. I was scared. So by this time, like I said, I'm in the age now. I'm going to church still because my grandmama she cutting up so bad. So we at the age we don't want to hear it. So I still had to go to church. I'm singing in the choir. So I had to go to choir rehearsal on like Wednesdays, whatever. And I used to always go home with from school with Valley to Moore Road to my auntie house so I can go to choir rehearsal. So then I would catch the bus back on my cousin them house on Moore Road so I can go back home the next day. I had an auntie y'all used to just lie on me and my one of my other cousins for no reason just because we were red. We were all type of red bees. Yeah. I'm still in the age range now, so I ain't skipped up that more. I ain't skipped up a whole lot. I'm still, but we were all type of bees, just because a mo didn't like our color. We was all type of red bees. Yeah, me and my cousin. But around about that time, after that, I had started moving my auntie. I moved my auntie Esther because I used to always tell Esther what was going on in the house. And remind you, my cousin Larry came and stayed with us, and he used to always tell. We used to go Star. Remember, he had this little ugly yellow car, and I used to hate the ride with him going to the store with his car, y'all. I used to hate it. But when we used to get in the car, he used to always talk to me. And I wouldn't talk with the person because, like I said, after my uncle did that, my trust was all messed up. I never know when a family member gonna try to touch me and didn't know if that shit was right or wrong. But I'm not talking about him touching me. I'm talking about this just what my mind frame had me thinking. Like all my family members on that, cause that's just what it was for me. So my cousin used to always ask me, "Oh, Nee, they don't treat you right, do it." And he also used to call me Nee. Larry used to always call me Nee. And I said, Larry, I said, he said, I said, they be treating you bad. And to this day, I still remember all that because people seen this. People seen this. Like, because my cousin came down there and stayed with us for a minute because him and his wife had got into it. But he stayed down there with us for a minute and then he ended up going back home or whatever. But I hated when Larry left her because he used to always know and feel my pain because man, he always caught me somewhere in the corner just looking sad or just really crying or it was something that I was doing that caught his attention for him to ask me that. So I used to always be like, yup, they do be treating me bad, but I still don't worry about it because one day I'm gonna leave here anyway. So like I said, this family's so screwed up. And it's the family. So As time goes by, like I said, Larry moved out. Then I I was getting older. So like I said, I was already selling dope. So shit, it was this club called Elmo's. So busting it up. We going to the club. And man, I had my friend, she was like a cousin to me, really, cause we growed up together. But her name was Ann Beatty. Okay, so now I'm still now in the 15, 16, but we getting older as we go because for the simple fact, Ann was 15 and I was 16 and I had really going on 17. I was older than she was though because she was just out young because she was dealing with the same thing I was dealing with because she was dealing with her stepdad molesting her too. So me and her really collided together because it was a similar situation. And then like we was talking to each other about it and we always did. But I think that she was just more messed up than I was because they was living in the house with them and her mom was she knew and allowed it. Um Even the same thing with my grandmama and them, but my grandmama and them like the way it was going on there, it was a little different in my situation because they would have never let me know what they knew, but I know they knew, but her mama knew. All right, so me and Ann clicked up. And she used to always try to leave their house, leave them over there at her mama house because she got tired of her stepdaddy touching her. Okay. And like I said, we were best friends. Man, she was just like a sister to me. And one particular night, cause we always just sneak the Elmos. Me and Ann just dressed like escape with the clothes on backwards and stuff. I'm talking about we love to do that. Love it. So one night I remember me and her was asleep. We was in there talking at first. Um we was in there talking in the cause we used to sleep in that little room with the table room and then in the den. And it was a mattress on the floor. So the mattress was on the floor and we fell asleep. But I woke up around about I wanna say 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And I looked over there because, like I said, we used to be side by side because we was just that close. Cause like, man, her situation was my situation was bad, y'all, but her situation was way worse than mine. But um, anyway, so I woke up and I seen that she was gone, right? So I gets up off the floor. So I'm like, damn, what Ann go to? Like, I'm just knowing like, ain't no telling where this girl went to. So I wake up, I go in there, and I didn't see her nowhere. So I'm like, damn, I had to pee. So like I said, my grandmama had a bathroom in her room, but I didn't go in my bathroom. My grandmama bathroom. I went in the hallway bathroom. So as I'm approaching the door to open the door to the hallway bathroom, I couldn't get in. It was something up against the door. It was something up against the door, and I couldn't figure out what that was for the love of me. But when I pushed it a little harder, I looked, and y'all can't imagine what I seen. And when I tell y'all what I seen, I'm gonna stop this video and I'm gonna start another one. But when I pushed that door open so I can see who was behind that door, I looked, and my uncle was in there having sex with this girl. I said, this don't make no sense. This is what I'm saying. So I'm like, so I go in there where my grandma was. She wide awake. I said, Ma, I said, John up in there, cold that girl. This is me talking. I'm gonna say word for word what I said because I remember like it was yesterday. She gonna say that what her fast ass get. Y'all been there laying. I'm like, what? I said, this don't make no sense. Like, man, so I walked out the room where she was, and when I tell you, when I walked out that room where my grandma was at night after she said what she said, it was no more respect, no more nothing for me. Because I'm telling you that your grown ass son is in here sleeping with this 15-year-old girl. And you already know she dealing with this stuff at her own house, being molested all those years coming up. And he took advantage of that. Because he knew he couldn't play with me no more. And I'm telling you that this man doing this and this all you got to say. When I turned my back and walked out that room, it was nothing for me there no more. So what I did, when Ann came out that bathroom, I told her then, I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then, like, she really couldn't do nothing because just like, even though if you did walk up in that bathroom when he came and woke you up, when you walked there, he didn't have no business doing that. You was a child, and motherfucker took advantage of that. But next day came around, me and her got ghosts. We left, we went to the hole, whatever. But some type of way, I left and I went back to that house because I had to go to school. And she had to go to school, of course. But like I told you, when it weekend sometime we click up and we kick it. So she asked me, she said, me, Quit, we going to the club tonight? I was like, yo, shoot, what? But her and her friend had been fighting that day. She had two friends. Cause like I said, when she started having sex at an early age, so then, she got to the point where she was so used to it that she started sleeping with me for a little money or food or something. But she ran up on this man. She ran up on one of these ones though from Victoria, from Case Road. And he used to beat her up all the time. Just beat her up. By this time, she done had a baby and everything. So, time goes on, and I'm like, when she had me about the Elmos, I told her, yeah, we going out. So, yeah, but, yes, girl, this the weekend, we can do that. Anyway, her boyfriend pulled up. After he had jumped on her, pulled up and picked us up. We drove, we went to the hole, whatever. I was just praying, hoping God get out this car, because I'm just trying to get out this car. Because at this point, you put your hand on my sister. And, I mean, she was just like my sister, y'all, like my little sister. So you pull up, and I get in the car. We go or whatever. He already maniac. He was crazy. Something was wrong with him anyway. But she loved them type of men, But you would be like, damn, why so young? But yeah, when you going through the lifestyle the motherfucker going through, you ain't had no, it like we ain't had no choice. We had to do what we had to do. We just had to do it. If we want to survive, we did. But it's bad to say, but at the same time, that's just what it was. So when they picked me up, we went to the hole. They were still arguing. So, I got out the car. I'm out there talking to my cousin and they up on the tree or whatever. So she hollered, she said, Quita, come on, let's go. Y'all, for the love of me and the likes of me and the one that I know that all that I had been through in life, life was still life and for me. And I know that I have to be one of God's favorites because when I tell y'all this right here, you won't believe it. So she said, Quita, come on, you going with us or you staying here? Y'all, I started out walking toward that car, but I couldn't be around him no more doing her like that. You know what I mean? Like, man, because I'm like, no, I don't like this. I hate this. Like, he started putting his hand on you, and I'm like, and I'm right here. This shit is not cool. But, I'm still young. Then he was kind of, this stupid, one of them stupid ones. But anyway, I said, no, I'm going to go and stay here. I'm going to stay over here. She said, you sure? And I said, yeah. And she said, all right, I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. I said, I love you too, sis. I said, I'll see you later. But yeah, so I just didn't feel right, y'all. For some reason that night, I did not feel right. I did not go to the club. I actually got somebody to take me home. I went home. And I was in the bed, sleep. So I hear my mama boyfriend at the time come in the house. And I heard him say, what quit at? What quit at? Because everybody know that I was in that car with them that night. And I was, y'all. I was in there. So he was like, and I heard my mama say, I don't know. I think she up in that room. I don't know. She left it last night with her and with that boy. I don't know what need. But I can hear them talking. But like I said, I'm asleep. I can hear talking, but I'm asleep. He said, well, see, she in that room called Ann got killed last night. What? I'm asleep. Remind you, I'm asleep. But when my mama opened that door, I raised up and I looked like I ain't heard nothing, but I heard everything that he said. All I could do was cry. Because I'm like, dead? What do you mean she got killed? So I'm hearing him telling them that they was going down the road on 72. A car was passing and hit them head on. They just blowed up. Remind y'all. Before I left and went home, we heard. We seen that big old ball of fire flash in the sky. But never did I thought that it was Ann and Unc. I was just in that car. She asked me, was I going? I told her, no, I'm going to stay over here. When she left, they was driving crazy. That boy was driving crazy because I was ready to get out of the car with him anyway. I was. So when we seen that ball of fire and heard that, nobody never thought nothing of it. Like I said, I went on home. It was the next day, the next morning when people were looking for me trying to see where I was because they thought that I was still in that car. But by the grace of God, I got out the car and I stayed over there because I didn't like the way that he was doing her. So, as time goes on, they had the funeral and they were nothing but bones, okay? They were bones. They were burnt up. They burnt up in the car. As soon as the impact hit, everything blowed up. Cars and everything. These people was from Florida. Yeah. So Ann got killed. And that kind of messed me up too. But yes, like I said, young, growing up, I still got through that too. I mean, come on. I ain't had no choice. Look what I had been through instead of going through stuff. So after that, I stopped going out for a while. And I was staying at the house, and all I could remember was the night before that is when my uncle was in that bathroom doing what he doing to this girl. She come over here for comfort and a peace of mind from what her stepdaddy was doing to her. And then she come over here and my uncle violated her too. Yeah. So when a motherfucker think that they know what Quita going through or done been through, if I don't tell you, you would never know. But at the beginning of the story, you remember I asked y'all what family was? Do this seem like a family to you? But I'm gonna end this right now because, like, I have to kind of get myself back together, and I'm gonna come with the. I'm gonna start back from where I stopped at on another episode. But right now, I have to kind of build myself back up to start it over. But it's coming. But like I said, y'all, like, comment, and subscribe, and leave your comment down below.